What if your credit score could finally tell your whole story? What if borrowing money didn't just depend on a 3-digit number, but on who you really are financially? And what if I told you AI is already making that a reality in 2025? Imagine this. You've never had a credit card, but you always pay your rent, Netflix, and utilities on time. AI-based scoring models can now recognize that responsibility and reward you for it. Crazy, right? But here's the kicker. These apps aren't just experimental. They're live right now in 2025. Today, we're diving into how artificial intelligence is revolutionizing credit scoring, making it smarter, fairer, and faster than ever before. Trust me, you'll want to stick around because the tools and apps I'm about to share might completely change how you think about credit. The problem with traditional credit scores. For decades, credit scores in the US have been based on rigid formulas: payment history, credit utilization, length of credit, and so on. Useful, yes, but fair? Not always. Millions of Americans with thin credit files, like students, immigrants, or gig workers, get locked out of opportunities even if they're responsible with money. That's where AI steps in. Artificial intelligence doesn't just crunch numbers, it learns. It can analyze thousands of data points in real time: your spending patterns, your savings behavior, even your subscription payments. It gives lenders a richer, more accurate picture of who you are financially. Upstart. One of the earliest AI-driven lending platforms, Upstart uses machine learning to evaluate borrowers beyond FICO. It considers education, job history, and even career trajectory to predict repayment ability. For many users, that means lower interest rates and higher approval chances. Zest AI focuses on inclusive credit scoring. Their platform helps lenders make more accurate and fair decisions, especially for people with limited credit history. It uses explainable AI, so lenders can see exactly why a decision was made, reducing bias and increasing trust. Experian Boost. This one's a game changer because it lets consumers take control. With Experian Boost, you can add utility and telecom payments directly to your credit report. The AI then adjusts your score almost instantly, helping millions see an increase without waiting years. Nova Credit. Perfect for immigrants. Nova Credit translates international credit histories into US equivalent scores. That means if you had strong credit in another country, AI helps lenders understand it here, removing one of the biggest financial barriers newcomers face. Credit Kudos. Originally a UK-based startup, Credit Kudos uses open banking data to evaluate financial health. Instead of just looking at debt, it analyzes your income flows, savings patterns, and spending behavior. Apple's involvement hints at how AI scoring could be embedded into consumer tech ecosystems. Petal Card. Petal is a credit card company that doesn't rely solely on credit scores. Instead, it uses AI to look at your banking history, like how much you earn, save, and spend, to decide your limit and rate. For people with little or no credit, Petal makes entry into credit safer and smarter. Tala. Tala is designed for people in emerging markets who are often excluded from traditional credit systems. Using AI, it evaluates smartphone data, like spending habits, mobile payments, and even text patterns, to assess creditworthiness. With over 7 million users worldwide, Tala has opened access to small loans for people who never had a credit score before. Koyo. Koyo is a UK-based AI lending startup that uses open banking data instead of traditional credit reports. By analyzing real-time income, expenses, and cash flow, Koyo gives fairer credit offers to those overlooked by conventional scoring systems. Its AI-driven approach reduces reliance on outdated models and makes borrowing more accessible for young or thin credit users. So, what does all this mean for the future? AI credit scoring could open doors for millions of underserved borrowers. But here's the twist. With great data comes great responsibility. The more information these platforms use, the bigger the questions about privacy and fairness become. Will AI truly eliminate bias, or just reinvent it in digital form? Will banks adopt these systems at scale, or will they stick with old-school FICO? And most importantly, could your financial life be judged not just by what you owe, but how you live? Recap, what do you think? Should AI decide who gets a loan? Would you trust a machine over a banker? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this debate is just heating up. If you found this video valuable, Make sure to hit that like button, share it with a friend who's trying to build credit, and subscribe for more deep dives into the future of finance and technology. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care.